God's silence is not absence. Welcome, my love, to Skin Deep, the sacred space where truth is not feared, and the things most people hide are the things we hold gently. I'm your host, Kiara Charles, and today we're stepping into a wound that is often misunderstood, not because it's rare, but because so many of us have lived through it silently. And this is the wound of injustice. The wound that forms when something deeply unfair happens, and no one protects you. No one advocates for you. No one stands up on your behalf. And it's the wound that says, life didn't give me what I deserve. And yet, you still had to carry it. Today, we give language to the experience that shaped you, but you are forced to carry alone. Let's go deeper. Injustice is not an experience. It's an initiation, a spiritual, psychological, generational initiation. It tests your hope. It challenges your faith. It questions your worth. And at its worst, it tries to convince you that God has turned away from you. But hear me. God's silence is not absence. And the fairness is not your identity. Some hardships are not punishments. They're divine repositioning. And what felt like betrayal was sometimes protection. The injustice wound forms the moment your soul recognizes a violation that your mind can't rationalize. It's the moment the world shows you that some people can harm you and walk away untouched. It's when you're left standing with the consequences of someone else's choices, trying to figure out how to hold the pain that doesn't belong to you. This wound teaches you early that goodness doesn't always guarantee safety, and honesty doesn't always guarantee fairness, and being deserving doesn't always mean you will receive. And the most heartbreaking part, it teaches you to mistrust your own innocence. Injustice fractures the mind. It makes your nervous system believe that the world is unpredictable, that harm can appear out of nowhere, that you must always be ready for something to go wrong. So the mind gets stuck in these loops, replaying the moment, re-examining every detail, looking for the thing you should have done differently, because accountability from others never came. You begin to wonder if you were the problem, even when you're the victim. This is moral injury. The internal war between what your spirit knows is right and what your reality reflected instead. Injustice leaves residue, a heaviness you can't quite name, a grief that lingers behind your ribs, an anger you're afraid to express because no one validated it when it was formed. It teaches you that life can hit you even when you're standing still. That betrayal can show up in people you trusted the most. And that pain doesn't always come from enemies. Sometimes it comes from the ones you protected. And because of that, your soul becomes vigilant. Your heart becomes guarded. Your inner child becomes skeptical. You aren't too sensitive. You were never crazy. You were wounded in a way that no one acknowledged. When injustice enters your career, it shapes how you show up in every workplace after. You become overly prepared because someone once punished you for not anticipating their wrongdoings. You shrink in meetings because someone once made you feel like your brilliance was a threat. You avoid shining because someone once stole your light. You stopped trusting leadership because leadership once protected the wrong person. But hear me clearly. Your hesitation at work is not a lack of confidence. It's a scar tissue of a soul that's had to survive professional harm. Injustice rewrites your inner dialogue. Some days you feel enraged, wishing you had fought back harder. Some days you feel numb, because feeling anything at all reopens the wound. Some days you overthink every detail. Some days you blame yourself, because blaming yourself feels safer than believing people chose to harm you. And beneath it all sits a quiet ache. Did God see me? Did anyone see me? Did nobody think I was worth protecting? So, you build shields. You pull back. You observe more than you speak. You protect your heart fiercely, because the last time you trusted, you paid the price you never should have paid in the first place. You develop a sharp tone, not because you're angry, but because you refuse to be violated again. Your silence is not coldness, it's armor. Your boundaries are not walls, they are memorials of where you were once betrayed. Now I want to share a moment in my life where injustice didn't just touch me, it rearranged me. A moment where I realized, even as an adult, even in leadership, even with experience and wisdom, you can still be blindsided by someone else's dishonor. This is the moment that taught me what injustice feels like in the body. I did everything right. I showed up. I created, I innovated, I built solutions out of nothing. I carried vision that others couldn't see. And because of that, I believed I was safe. I believed excellence protected me. I believed loyalty shielded me. I believed integrity was enough to guarantee fairness. But injustice comes softly sometimes, in the form of people who smile in your face quietly while preparing the knife behind your back. To be harmed is one thing. To be harmed and unprotected is another. I paid the price for someone else's choices. I carried the consequences for someone else's wrongdoing. And the people who should have defended me did nothing. They protected themselves. They left me exposed. That moment taught me why injustice hurts so deeply. It's not the event alone. It's the betrayal, the silence, and the abandonment that follows. That experience awakened something in me. Not bitterness, discernment. Not hardness, clarity. Not vengeance, vision. I realized no one was coming to rescue me. And the part of me that once believed good things happen to good people died in that moment. And in its place rose the truth. Sometimes injustice is the very thing that ushers you into your divine awakening. God saw everything. He saw the betrayal. He saw the lies. He saw the harm. He saw the injustice. And even when you felt abandoned, you were not. Divine justice doesn't always rush. It builds, it gathers, it reveals. It balances the scales in a way human hands are incapable of. Nothing done to you was forgotten. Nothing stolen from you will remain lost. What if the injustice was actually your liberation in disguise? What if God allowed the unfair moment because he knew you needed to be removed from a place that was slowly suffocating your soul? What if he let them mishandle you so he could elevate you someplace where no one could take credit for what he gave you? Sometimes the unfairness was the doorway to your destiny. And this is where we integrate, because release plus restoration equals healing. We're not going to pretend that the injustice didn't happen, but by letting it teach what it came to teach, and by letting it go where it can no longer follow you, you are allowed to acknowledge the pain. You are allowed to feel the anger. You are allowed to set the boundaries that honor your new wisdom. And spiritually, you must know this. What was lost will be restored. What was broken will be rebuilt. And what was taken will be returned multiplied. You are not ending this season empty. Amen. Now place your hand on your heart and repeat this slowly. What was unfair will not be final. I step out of the story of injustice and into the story of restoration. God is returning everything connected to my name. And so it is. Thank you for going deep with me today. Healing the injustice wound requires courage, truth, and spiritual maturity. And you showed up fully. I see you. To continue your journey, visit kiaracharles.com for healing journals, coaching, and deeper tools for your evolution, baby. Until next time, walk in the truth that justice is already in motion on your behalf. Stay rooted, stay focused, and stay skin deep.